Welcome to the St. Augustine Chronicles, the where, the who, and the how'd they get there. This morning, I am pleased to have as my guest Mr. Kanti Patel. Kanti is a businessman in St. Augustine. His companies own many hotels here, but Kanti likes to stay in the background. And so I thought that it would be interesting to get to know him as a person and his story. I have to tell you, Kanti, I told someone in my office that I was interviewing you, and they said, you know, Karen, he's like the Wizard of Oz. He's there and he's all powerful, and but I haven't seen him. I don't know what he sounds like, but I know he's there and he's really powerful. You're a hotelier here, but where did you grow up? What's your story? Where are you from originally?
Well, I'm original from India. I came 21-year-old to get more education.
And where was that? Where did you come first to the
First,
States?
I came in San Francisco in 75. And my cousin has a hotel, which not a hotel, but it's kind of hostel kind of. Every floor has a common bathroom, kitchen and kind of. So
like a hostel?
Right, hostel, right. And I can understand English, but I cannot speak. So couple months later, he decided to go India to see his family. He said, here the hotel, and even, I don't even sign the checkbook that time. Because in India, we never have a checkbook. It's all cash business. So.
And this was still in San Francisco?
We're still in San Francisco. So he dropped everything on my lap, and that day I have to learn to speak. Even I can speak broken English, but there is a couple of old people helping me in how to run the hotel. And one of my friends was just block away, so I can call hey. So they advised me what to do. But so when they came back, my cousin and their family, they decide to buy a motel in Lodi, which is very close to Stockton. And he said, you want to buy it? And I say yes, because my all school friend from India, we all were in San Francisco. We all unmarried. So we was in 20s at that time. So I said, okay. So I bought that. And
how did you buy that?
It was only $15,000, and but our families, friends give us the money to start. Here, 500, 200.
Yeah, you pulled the money together.
1,000, everybody. That was the actually traditional going in San Francisco. Anybody coming from India, if they want to settle, it's a hotel or motel, they give you some money to start the business.
Was this only people that you knew, relatives, or was there a large Indian population that would pool their money for people that they weren't even related to?
Well, it was a large population, very limited population, but same district when I came from. There are other students came from my state, but we don't know them. So they were doing the work, but our community don't know too much, because everybody came from farming village, so they don't know English. So best thing, have a hostel kind of that hotel, and $5 give me a key, here the key. Very little English.
So were your customers also people from India?
No,
then?
they all San Francisco. Mostly in San Francisco that time, it easy to get the welfare. And so many people coming from other state and coming there, and there are so many hotels like that. So city has a program that they go to city, they give us a green voucher, they can go any hotel, and there is a fixed rate on that voucher. So you rent a room, in end of the month or week, you send them a voucher to this city, and city will send you a check.
It's California. They do that there.
Right. Yes. So that was our customer.
Let's tax everyone
Right.
to pay for everyone else.
Right. So I was right next to China Gate. So my majority customer was Chinese people and a mix, but there are rough area also in San Francisco do the same business.
So, Kanti, you were 21 years old and you came over here basically by yourself. I mean, you had a cousin.
No, yeah, cousin only.
But was that something that you knew you were going to do when you were growing up, or was that how did you make the decision to come here? Did your family
well,
decide
no,
that
I got a admission in a hill engineering college. I want to go to college. Want to be graduate in a structural engineering. But when I came and I see that graduate people working there making like a $600, $700 a month, and a hotel I'm making $1,200 a month. And I thought myself, if I finish my graduation and if I want to go in a business, maybe 4 or 5 years it's going to be too late and require too much money. Maybe start now and let it go the education. So I went to 2 years in college in India, but that's what I have to give up to stay in a business.
Yeah.
So
did you have trouble with people? I would think back then, maybe this is an uninformed viewpoint, but I would think that there were a lot of people staying in hotels that are probably doing things that are illegal.
no, our side where I was, the hotel I had, I don't have a trouble at all. But if you go few block like a Indian Square and that side is nothing but the trouble daily. You have to call the cops, and luckily I wasn't making money like they are, but I have less trouble because I'm right in a financial district, very close. So it's decent people I had it.
So you had the one hotel in San Francisco. Did you buy more there or manage
Yeah, then
more there?
I'm still was single, and my cousin was in Lodi. He wanna move. He was looking hotel, and he wind up in a Medford, Oregon. So he bought the hotel there, and he called me one day. Oh, I bought the hotel for you. I said, I don't have money. He said, well, so one of my mentor or my uncle used to live very close to me. And I asked him, let's go. Can we look at it, the hotel there? He said, let's go. So we drove. He said, for you is good, but you single, how are you going to run? So my cousin said he has somebody, his friend, working in Amtrak, but the families want to stay in apartment. So he arranged that. So now money was questioned. So he told me, call your auntie or fly and tell her you're buying a hotel. She will give you money.
So did you was she in India or was she in the States?
States. No, they were with me in
San Francisco. Yeah.
So I went there. She brought the check and we bought the hotel. So I have a 2 hotel.
And how old are you at that time?
That time 22, 23. And back and forth once a while.
So were you, so because you're Indian, I know that family is super important to you. Were you expected to send money back to your family in India? Was there the pressure of anything like that, Kanti?
Not that time, because they want me to be settled here instead of sending money there. They don't need the money that
What did your parents do?
Farming, sugarcane, rice.
So you grew up on a farm?
I grew up, farm. Until I came here last day.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, my brother here. My sister is in Oklahoma City. So we all families here.
Did your parents eventually come to the States?
Yeah. They came in 81 first time, then went back, and they came in 89 permanently. My mother is still with me since that day.
Does she live here?
Yeah, she will live with me.
Oh, good.
Since 89.
So you have the 2 hotels out west.
Right.
I'm still wondering how you got to St. Augustine.
St. Augustine was really accidentally. I have no clue. I still sometimes think about what happened if thing not happen. my cousin sold the hotel in Medford, Oregon. He came in Florence, South Carolina. I was still in Medford, Oregon.
So I've been to Florence. There's nothing there.
Right.
Except a few hotels.
Well, those times there was a big denture, something going in the late 70s. So I was at the real estate office and looking up brochure, and I found the hotel in a Cocoa, Melbourne.
Yeah, Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 15 down and 115. So I called my cousin, can you go look at it, because I don't want to fly. And so
But how did you just all of a sudden land on a Florida property? I mean, just
I came in 77 on the West Coast. I didn't know this coast. Looking for a hotel. We want to move out from the Medford and have a little warm weather. So we were going from Naples to Biloxi to Texas, everywhere.
So you were looking for something in
right.
Florida.
So I sent him, he going back, and it was night, so he stopped at the 95 and 16, and he checked in. So he met the owner there. Now it's called Barnes and Barnes, if you remember, attorneys.
Yeah.
So one of his partner was working on the front desk. So he said, you want to sell the hotel? He said, yeah. Let me call my couple partner. And both partners said, yeah, if you get the price. So he made the deal that night.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, and he called me. I bought the hotel. So forget the Cocoa Beach. You pack and come Florence. So I went Florence. Then I came on a 79 September. That day I remember was a hurricane. But it was 100 miles in the ocean, and I have no clue what is hurricane, because we remember cyclone.
Yeah.
In our
but it's the same thing, right?
But
just you call it something different.
Right, but
yeah.
We in San Francisco never heard of it, hardly watching news, because you're
you're young and you're busy.
Right.
And you're in San Francisco. Who's going to watch the news?
Right. So my manager was going crazy, putting a tape here, putting tape. I said, what's going on? He said, well, it's a hurricane coming. Then he explained me. Okay. So then when they came, we all moved in here. Then I was looking a place in St Augustine. One was a Liberty Hotel, which is Villa Hotel right now. The Scottish Inn for sale, and the one in an island was on sale.
Kind of what's still for sale now, almost.
Yeah. But there's these people asking more money. So I made the deal on island. And then there's the history. Like,
I know you just, I read the tax record.
Right,
So I know you
right.
just acquired one on the
Right.
island. But the one that you bought on the island originally, you don't still own that, do you?
no, we sold it
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
We own a line also, and both. Yeah, we both sold it.
Yeah. So you started with one hotel here. Had you sold your West Coast hotels?
Yeah,
or
yeah. But not too much money.
It sounds to me like your cousin decided your fate.
A big role in my life, really. Big role.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed away.
Well, then I'm going to tell you, he seems a little domineering.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you're going to do, Kanti.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so wherever he went, I follow him. And
So you ended up here.
yes,
How did you really like it here, or did you just end up here kind of because you kept building your company and now you're
well,
here?
when we came, it just to be settled in the business. It was tough because still I have to borrow more money, because 15,000 and 35,000 is 20.
Yeah.
So
And that was late 70s?
Yeah, late 70s. And me and my wife working everything. There is no employee.
Well, wait. There's a wife now.
Yeah, we got married in 78.
How did that happen?
We both in San Francisco. We met there.
You met her there?
Yeah, when we met way before, we came from same village.
What brought her to the States?
Oh, their uncle become
Another
citizen.
uncle?
Her uncle become a citizen, so you can sponsor them. So they all came
Did she come to go to college or?
She finished the high school. Then we got married and working like 24/7.
So when you were in I know you have at least one son, but
Right.
when you were in St. Augustine, did you have children before you moved here
No,
as
no,
well?
no. First we gotta pay the debt first, then have a kids.
That's a good way to think about it.
because
That's what I tell my girls to do.
and I won't go India until I pay the debt. So nobody gonna call me, oh, you in India and where is my money? so that's what my principle was then.
Well, that's a good plan, Kanti.
Right.
It worked out well for you.
Yeah.
So you got the one.
Right. Then I had almost $10,000 made in 1 year. So the my mentor his name is Ted Buckter, which he sold me the hotel. So they were doing a lot of stock exchange, spending. And he was telling me this. So one day I went his house. He said, "What I do?" Oh, he said, "Do this." And so that's the long return. I said, "No." So one day I was looking, then I moved in a beach when I had the one hotel. I bought the condo that time. It's pre-construction. So I said, La Fiesta Hotel was doing outstanding. 365 days. I bet 300 days they sold out. I said, I got to build a hotel on a beach somewhere. So first we bought we went in a contract across the street from La Fiesta.
Across the street from
Right
La
now,
Fiesta.
there is something right now.
Condos or something.
Condos.
Yeah, okay.
But has a big ditch on it. So we backed out. So I went all the way to Pop Road. Right now, Zahara's restaurant, and there is a small hotel.
Yep.
So the guy building a condos, I said, "Can you build my hotel?" And I have no experience. He said, "Yeah, I can build design and everything." So we built first hotel there.
Oh, do you still own that one?
No. That time I used to own Lion Motel, and this other is called St. Augustine. And one of the guy came from Maine, and he came to our new hotel and said, "I want to buy hotel today, this one."
Here we go again, doing a hotel sale in a day.
I
Why can't I get these customers?
I said, "Look, it's not for sale. Lion, I want to sell it." He said, "No, I want to buy this." He said, "You name the price." Okay, or I thought I want to get rid of him because I don't want to sell it. I said, "Let me make a double the price." I doubled the price. He said it's sold.
Why did he want it so badly?
1031 exchange, which I didn't know that. I have no clue.
Gotcha.
He got money.
Yeah. So just to explain to people, a 1031 exchange is when you're selling a property. It has to be an investment type property, and you have to, in order to save taxes, you have to transfer your proceeds into a like kind property. So he must have been selling.
He sold a hotel.
Yeah, he was selling a hotel, and to avoid some tax hits, he
Right.
had to buy another hotel to delay the
Right,
taxes.
and he want to buy because that's the only brand new hotel in St. Augustine.
Was it branded at the time as well?
No, I don't think so. No, yes, it was branded. First I did, and then it's branded. Best Western. So we sold it. So I said, "What I'm gonna do with money?" So I bought
And you were pretty young.
Yeah, so I bought the land on the Best Western Historical right now. Used to be a market something. So we built the hotel. And during the time, this is one of the history happened. One of the guy had the Howard Johnson on 95. He used to come every day my house and chat with me. He's from England. He said, "I'm tired of, I like to give you a lease. You just pay the mortgage and whatever left is over here." So he went back England, and one day I got a surprise. His partner, I don't know, they have a partner even.
It's a minor detail. He
Right,
forgot to tell you.
They came, and he came and called me. "I want to see you." I said, "Who you are?" He said, "Well, I'm this such and such, and I'm his partner." I want to, okay, I'll come and see you. He said, my friend hasn't paid me for so many months and I need the hotel back. I said, here the key, because I was not making money. He said, no, let's don't do that. He said, oh, here, you run it. If you don't make money, let me know. But I heard something about he have some search for me. So he said, look, I have a $1 million cash. You find a hotel in St. Augustine. I will invest you and I'll make you my partner. And okay, so I bought the line. We bought the hotel. First, my cousin bought it in 95. It's a travel lodge. And I bought the Best Western Spanish Quarter in.
Yep. Downtown.
So we bought 3 hotels. It was like earthquake in St. Augustine. Oh, the small people say, Kanti bought 3 hotels in 1 month or 2.
Yeah.
It was big, but it wasn't my money.
Yeah.
And we run very efficiency.
But so you actually, I don't think people realize, Kanti, they think that you personally own all these hotels. I know you have them set up under companies. I know that. But you really have to answer, in your career, you've had to answer to people who help you by funding these purchases. But I don't think people realize.
Right.
If
so
you
this
don't
is,
give them the return that they want,
right.
you're
so,
out.
So we bought 3 hotels and I bought the condo, he bought the condo next to me and good friends. And somebody told him from this town, which is our community, Kanti bought a condo on your money. So he called me one day and I bought the condo before I even met him. But somebody told him, so he got in his ear and that day I told same thing. Here the key for 3 hotels. We work like a dog. We were going 10 o'clock eating. We putting on our guests and we never took a 1 dime for a salary. Not a $1. So we split it. I kept the line. He kept the Spanish Quarter. And we sold the third one somebody. And he sold this one Spanish Quarter to somebody. And that time he played the game and I told him on his face, look, before you die, you're going to pay for it.
And I'm going to buy your hotel.
Exactly. A few years passed and suddenly I got again call from him. I'm on the flight right now to take over this hotel. But by the time you have to stop this foreclose and put $50,000 and get in a contract with his mortgagee or something. And I say, okay, but you got to sell it to me. And he said, what is the price? Tell me on a plane. Because as soon as you land it, price could be changed. Because a lot of people come. So he told me the price and he sold me back this hotel. And a few years later, he came and his son came and said, Kanti, you named the price. I want this hotel back. Again. I said, sorry, it is for not sale.
No keys going your way this time.
No, this time it's not for sale.
Good for you, Kanti.
Right. So that was, I wind up the Spanish Quarter. And we converted Best Western again.
So you like St. Augustine because you've continued to acquire.
Yeah, right.
What makes you decide to pull the trigger when you buy a property now?
Well, mostly I have a gut feeling. I'm going to make it there. Only I don't have that gut feeling when I bought the Monson. I have no clue where I'm going. I had the dream when I bought the Monson from Jim. I'm going to do exactly, what's the mayor name? He used to be a mayor and have a hotel on 16 and US 1.
Oh, I know people who would know this answer, but I don't know the answer.
Okay. I forgot the name, but they're both friends and they have a very good rendering. 5-6 story flagler style. I was impressed when they went in harp and deny, or whoever deny. And I said, I'm going to do the same thing. And that's the reason I met Jerry. Jerry, I want to do this one.
So you bought the Monson, which is right. People don't realize probably that's the site of the Bayfront Hilton right now.
Right.
So you had to get permission to tear down the Monson, I assume, or was that did you have to get permission?
No,
back
well,
then?
before even we permission tear it down, we got to go all those 32 months.
Yeah, 32, 34 hearings.
Right.
How many years was that?
It was 3 years something.
How did you stick with that? Most people with money on
well,
the line
that's-
would not.
Well, I was a patient. I said, what I'm going to do if I don't patient and I have to stuck with what I have, I rather work with the community people or board everywhere. But I want to have a hotel, not Monson, but something else.
And it was, you said you just felt like you had a vision for that?
Vision was like Flagler College, high 4 or 5 story. But
So you hired Jerry Dixon as your
Right.
architect,
Right.
who's a good friend of mine as
Right.
well, as you know. Did Jerry change your vision, or did
no, Jerry told me this maybe not gonna fly, what you have. Maybe we try something else. He didn't tell me what something else, but that was he coming designing this. I said, you coming 2-story building, I'm not interested. I gotta have a little, people can see the bay. Then he educated me really what was the site, historical district too. And that would be only will work. But still, no, because one group like to have this, other group like to have that. So I say, I gave up everything. Let's design what the people like it. And you like it. And that's where we wind up Hilton.
Well, and so Jerry told me that he thought that the Bayfront Hilton, you were at the very tail end, I think, of your board hearings for the city, and one of the board members on planning and zoning all of a sudden said, now I'm going to require you to have parking.
Yes.
And at that time, the hotel didn't,
No,
didn't need to have, wasn't required to
Required
have parking.
parking, right.
So the board member said, I'm going to require that you have parking. And Jerry said he knew that that board member then thought, I've effectively killed this hotel. There's no
That's
way
the whole
they
idea.
can do
Yes,
parking.
yeah.
So Jerry Dixon came back and said, okay, that's fine. Here's your underground parking.
Yes, that's where we wind up underground parking.
And
Yeah.
nobody really realizes that you have parking there. You cannot tell that you have parking.
Parking, no.
And did it flood?
No, not at all. We have a couple hurricane.
That's
No.
amazing.
No.
On a bayfront,
Right,
that you can go underground with parking.
Yes. It's good built. Yes.
And Jerry also told me that you had trouble with the Hilton because they didn't want to let you put that brand on that hotel because it's so small and didn't really meet the criteria that they were looking for. So you, not only did you have to try to go up against these boards and get approval, but you had to really push Hilton to give you approval.
Well, it happened. One of their Hilton person came just passing through and want to see what's going on as a Hilton Garden Inn. And I was there at the construction site and he met me and he looked at it, everything he loved. And that time, he has not too much when he learned about his St. Augustine. And he said, Kanti, this is too far from Hilton Garden, which they like to their prototype.
Yeah.
And you just close to Hilton. If you converted bar, this breakfast area in a bar and give me some more space as a for dining, I can approve you right now. I said, I love to do that. So I talked to Jerry briefly. I said, Jerry, can we do it? He said, yeah, it's not a problem. There is no structural be moving anything. And he just approved Hilton Hotel right there. But we are inherited Hilton Garden bathroom because they were built that time.
So I think you have the smallest Hilton
Yes.
anywhere. Jerry
As
told
far
me.
as I know, yes. Yeah.
And how many rooms do you have there?
72.
But it really doesn't look like a hotel. It's amazing.
Yes, yes.
You cannot tell that that's a hotel. It
No.
looks like shops or homes
More,
or whatever.
mostly, yes, yes, yes.
And I have to tell you, Kanti, I've been in a lot of hotels. The bathroom on the second floor outside of the meeting room is really nice.
It just built.
Really nice.
Uh,
It's pretty impressive. So you just kept acquiring
by
hotels.
accident, no, they require me a meeting room. So we had 5 room. We had a 77-room hotel. So we took 5 room per meetings upstairs. So we reduced the 72, and Hilton said that's fine.
Were you worried about? I mean, every room you take out hurts.
We
your
worry,
bottom
but
line.
we calculated rate we get in Hilton Garden versus Hilton is way far.
Yeah,
Pay off these 5 rooms.
yeah.
Right?
So you kept acquiring hotels. That
Mhm.
means you must like and believe in St. Augustine.
Oh yes. By that time, I'm in St Augustine. I cannot go anywhere else but St Augustine.
How many hotels do your companies own now?
10, and
10.
Two-
Are you sure it's only
construction
10?
two. In a construction.
I think I count more. Are you
No,
sure? And so you have under construction
San-
the San
San
Marco
Marco.
Hotel by the parking garage, which is another really amazing
Yes,
building.
yes.
It looks to me like, so Jerry Dixon designed that one as well. It looks
Yes.
to me like there are multiple buildings put together, almost
Mhm.
like a city block in,
Right.
in New York City or something, where they're attached.
Right.
That's what it looks like. Was that the vision for it? Because I never talked to Jerry about that.
Well, I let the Jerry free hand. I say, you design it.
That's,
Plus, we
that's
have
a lot of trust.
Right. Plus, I have a San Marco vision, but city don't want us to do. So I said, let's make a same kind of a Hilton, but he said, we need to do Victorian style here. I said, fine, just do it. So we got approval in 2006, and we sit for 10 years because of the economy that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
right.
So, but he did a very excellent job. I was even thinking a lot of time, I don't think so anybody can create like this.
I
And when
know.
I'm building right now, it's much difficult to build even. It's so tedious work. It's in this hotel than Hilton. But it's going to look amazing.
When do you expect that one to open?
February?
That's not that long.
No, we are very close, coming soon.
And what's the other one you have under construction?
Hilton Garden.
Where's that one?
Bozard Ford dealership.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Out by the freeway.
Right. On a US one. Yeah.
And I know that you have at least one hotel up at the town center in St.
Yeah,
Augustine. Do you have that one?
we have a
Yeah.
hotel.
So that's where everything is booming, Kanti.
Yeah,
Everybody
everything
wants
that-
to go there.
yes.
Why are you not? You're focused on St. Augustine. Why are you not bought into expanding your presence in the town center in Jacksonville, where
We
everybody
do-
else is?
Well, we got one there. We got site for the second one, but I want to go with how the market, because too many hotel came in St. John, so we don't want to overbuild and hurt ourselves. So we have a land. Whenever we wish, we can build it. So, and we have other 2 hotels just about few miles from there.
So you're there. You're just
We
holding
there.
on.
Yeah, we've been in Jacksonville for 1991.
Let me ask you, Kanti. Well, first off, let me go back to your personal life.
Okay.
So you have at least one child. I know your son Vic works with you. Do you have
2.
other children?
Yeah, we have a 2 sons, Vic and Anish. Anish is in a law. He got own practice, Old City Law.
Is he? So he's here?
Yeah, he's with me here. Same building.
And do you have any daughters or just the 2 sons?
Just 2 sons, and we have a grandkids.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, 2
How many?
2.
Here, obviously,
here,
because
yeah.
both of your sons live here.
Yeah, just few block from my house.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so your son Vic, I know, works
Yeah.
with you,
Right.
and your wife also works with you.
Yeah.
Is that hard, Kanti?
No, but she got her own accounting department, and we on operation and developing.
Because I work with my husband. We own the business together. And I can tell you that there are some times when working with your
Right,
spouse
it
is
is,
a little
yeah,
bit challenging.
right.
And you added your son in as well.
Right. So we all move other places. He's on mostly in a developing side. I'm a little bit in operation and she's in accounting. So we all separated.
Does work go home with you?
No, as soon as we go, finish. Once a while.
It's hard, right?
Right. Once a while is fine, but no.
Kanti, what in your mind makes a good hotel?
Well, I like a Hilton and a Marriott. One of the two brand is very strong right now. Either one, or if it's good location like a cathedral place, maybe you don't even need it could be have a boutique name on it.
Mm-hmm. And when you travel, where do you stay?
Mostly Marriott because we have a card.
You have a Marriott hotel, at least one.
Discount card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Hilton or mostly Marriott. They are more flexible in everywhere in the world you go. You mostly get the room available for discount rate.
You don't travel that much, though, do you?
No.
It seems like you're here all the time.
No. Only I go overseas.
Overseas to India?
Yeah. Last year we went to Yellowstone Park. That's the
You went to Yellowstone?
yeah.
With your wife or
Yeah,
your...
with friends and everybody. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah. It was, but not too much travel.
So when you travel, do you want to tell them how they can improve, or do you want to find out what they're doing right? I would think if I was in the hotel business like you are, and I went to a different hotel, I'd want to kind of ask them, hey, what kind of system is this? And this works really well. If you change this, you could do better.
No, mostly where I'm staying on that hotel is brand new, so it may be upper than me. So, but sometime I learn from them what they did. I can implement it in my hotel.
Yeah.
And so
you're working when you're staying at a hotel.
Oh, keep eye on everything. Oh, it's just like I'm walking in my hotel. I'm walking in their hotel.
And how's that go over with your wife when you're working and you're staying?
Well, she has the same eye like me, so we both looking something. But yeah, it is. You're still. Your mind is still.
You're
there.
still working.
Right,
Yeah.
working.
You can't turn it off.
No.
So, how old are the grandchildren?
One is 4 and one is 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Boy, girl.
One boy, one girl.
Oh.
Girl is 2 and boy 4. Yeah. Well, good fun. Every day they come. Every day.
Do they?
Yeah.
They come over to your house, or do they come to the office?
No, my house. They just drop 1 hour and pick them up.
Have you found that being a grandparent, you don't have the same rules that you had?
Yeah, there is no rule. That's the reason they want to come my house. Yeah.
I don't have grandkids yet, but
no,
I think that's
no
probably
rules.
going to happen. Well, that's good that they're so close to you. You know,
Right, yeah.
people don't always have that ability.
Right.
Like your parents, they were in India when your children were young, right? Or were they here by that time?
The younger one grew up with my parents. So he's so close to them.
Were they here at the
Yeah,
time?
yeah, they came here and he was 1 year old. So 4 or 5 years, we didn't send them. They kept him.
Yeah.
So he's close.
Well, I heard something, Kanti, about you, that you like to play volleyball with your family, your friends.
Friends. I'm playing since 80s in Jacksonville. We have our friends Indian group every Sunday, 2 to 6, and then go to eat and drink for 6 to 10. So it used to be a Father Sunday. Father and my son coming with me from years. Now they grew up, but that was the whole idea. They play somewhere and we play. We go eat out and we're still doing it. Now that Duval County raised the rate in a gymnasium, we found in a Flagler College.
So is it just men who play?
Men.
Still father, son?
Father,
Because I was going to say, I'm 6 feet tall.
Right, father.
I don't know how to play volleyball, but I've heard being tall is helpful.
Yeah, we play here. And so since 8 years we playing in St Augustine, and they love people coming from Jacksonville because the St Augustine more live in it's even Sunday.
Yeah.
So
It's just a beautiful place to come, right?
Yeah, so you have to stay in a safe and physically little. So
Good for you. I
Right.
would not have pictured volleyball. I would picture you maybe golfing.
oh no, I haven't even on a golf course.
So you never had to learn golf to
No,
hobnob with your business associate?
no.
I can't golf either.
Yeah, I don't know. People love it.
So Kanti, what do you like about what do you love, I should say, about St. Augustine?
St.
You've lived here
Augustine
a long
became
time.
the reserve. St. Augustine is not a big city or small community. We know each other. That's the bonding. I like it. When you go, people knows you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in our back home, everybody know everybody. So that's, if in big city you get lost, you on your own and couple friends, and it's amazing. I don't know what describe St. Augustine.
It's very close knit.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt, I don't know how you felt with your children, but I felt we lived at the beach when our girls were growing up, and I let them ride on their bikes and they rode around and I didn't worry about it.
No,
It's like it's almost
much
a
safer.
throwback
Yeah.
small town.
yeah. And luckily, St. Augustine city is not growing like otherwise it
Yeah.
would be a big
Yeah.
traffic but it's impacting surrounding neighborhood.
feel it.
Yeah, we feel it. Yeah.
So you are, I think, probably the one person that everyone asks when they want something, Kanti, because
Mhm.
you have so many hotels,
Mhm.
right? So I know that you get asked to sponsor things, you get asked to provide money for things when the city needs some help. They ask you all the time. You're incredibly generous for the community. And I don't think that people know that, Kanti, because you are such a humble and quiet person.
Right.
But you step up. I've never heard that you said no to anything.
No, I can help wherever I can, but that's what we are. I mean, this is our city.
How many people do you employ?
Couple hundred, 200 people.
I shouldn't actually right now. Maybe that's not a good question
But-
to ask because it changed.
It's changed seasonally. Yeah, but we average.
Do you have a cause that is yours here? Is there one particular cause that you're really behind? One particular organization?
No, I
Because I know you do support a lot.
most anybody. Yeah.
We don't want to put that out there that Kanti will give money to
Right.
anybody.
Getting phone calls this afternoon.
Right, they're gonna
The
get
phone's gonna ring off the hook. Hey, Kanti, I
No.
need a couple thousand.
No. Where the needy people or wherever their need is will.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Right. Yeah.
Are you glad that you came to America? I mean, I can't imagine when you were growing up that you anticipated this life that you've created. How do you feel about what you've created?
Well, I'm glad I'm here. Otherwise, I don't know the picture on other side. But very best country in the world. Safe. It's very democracy country. Easy to work. That's I learned in this country. Easy
Yeah.
to work.
Yes.
If you go through any government or anywhere.
My husband is not American, so I'm somewhat familiar with
Right.
it.
So, but yes, and I love this. I mean, I forgot the country I came from that because so many years now
Yeah.
it's like more Americanized.
That was a question I was going to ask you if you feel American, because my husband has been here since, I don't know, 80 something,
Mhm.
and he's actually lost most of his accent, but he does not feel, he's from Germany.
Right.
He's a German citizen. He's
Right.
not even an American citizen. He does not feel German. He feels American.
Right. That's yeah. I mean, so many your whole society surrounding you live is American society. So
Now, I will tell you, when he goes back to Germany, his
Right.
friends tell him, you are so American. You sound American.
Yeah.
You talk about it. You are so American. When you go back to India, do your friends or family or people you meet there tell you that you're too American?
Yes, in a way, yes. Even the way we speak there, they can figure out in a second. So
That's what they tell him. He's got an American accent with
yeah.
his German now.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar, but do your children speak multiple languages, or did you raise them with English in the household?
They speak English, but they understand our language, but they can't speak. They speak broken. So
Does that bother you at all?
not at all. Mostly, I try to speak in other language, so want him to learn more.
So you and your wife can still maybe do a little bit of, hey, we're going to just say this, and they won't know what we're saying at the office?
No, they know. They know everything. Yeah. Yeah. They understand, but they can't speak.
Well, Kanti, thank you so much for
No
coming
problem.
in. It's been a lot of fun. I hope
Okay.
that people realize that you are a real person, and that I think people were just. I know a lot of people who are curious because you are so humble and so quiet, and you like to stay behind the scenes. So I hope that we were able to show people this is Kanti Patel and just get to know you a little bit.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. I really, really
You're welcome.
appreciate it. I know that you don't do this often. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
So this was another episode of the St. Augustine Chronicles. You can find us on Facebook at St. Augustine Chronicles. YouTube is St. Augustine Chronicles Podcast. We drop our episodes every Monday, so like or follow to stay in tune with our episodes. And we are produced by Pete Melfi at the 904 Now. Thanks so much.